Welcome back. It's the conversation on Morning Spring, and we take a straight jet or ticket to Edo State, the heartbeat of Nigeria, where it is countdown already to the battle for the future of Edo State. 17 political contenders are actually battling for the seat of the number one person in the state, the governor of the state, who would take up the baton from Governor Godwin Obaseki. And of course, there will be over 2 million voters to determine that. To help us have a better understanding of what's happening in Edo State and also the preparation from the different stakeholders, we're joined virtually from Edo State, Mr. Bukola Idowu, the Executive Director of Kimpact Development Initiative. Thank you so much, Mr. Idowu, for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
All right, let's just get straight to it. What is the preparation like in Edo State? If you were to quantify it or put it on a percentage, how prepared would you say the different stakeholders? I mean, when I talk about the different stakeholders, the police, the security agencies, INEC, who is the umpire in this particular game, and also the political parties and the people. How much prepared do you think they are?
Yes, I think the election here in Edo is the preparation is on the way and on top gear. The preparation is in four major categories, if I'm to break them down.
Okay.
Number one, the preparation of INEC. Number two, the preparation of the security agencies, the political party, and and number four is the citizen. Now, one of the things we have seen being on ground in Edo is that. Hello, can you hear me?
Clearly, we can. Please go ahead.
Oh, okay. There is this feedback getting here. Okay, so I was talking about the citizen. And the citizens here look prepared for this election from going around the city of Benin, going around some other local governments, Ikoba, Oka, Ego, and some other local governments we have visited. You see in the atmosphere that the election is around the corner, and then the people are prepared. However, the atmosphere is a bit tensed in terms of the preparation. When you look at the environment is tense. It's a mixture of an anticipation for an election and a mixture of fear because of what they don't really know what exactly is going to happen. Some people have predicted violence. Some people have predicted it's going to be highly competitive. So you see that tension in the air. Then you see the preparation of the security agencies. The security agencies, most especially the police, have announced 35,000 personnel for this election, and that they are also expecting from sister agency 8,000 personnel, and the sister agency talks about the immigration, the road safety, the civil defense, the DSS, and the prison, correctional services. So all these people are expected to contribute 8,000. So all in all, we are looking at around 43,000 personnel that will be on ground to secure this election. As of yesterday, the police from other states deployed were arriving, and then you see more of them at the INEC offices now, and then also at the police station or the police headquarters. So in terms of that preparation, you see that preparation. And in our engagement with them, we've also seen that they are doing their mapping, they are doing their intelligence gathering, mopping up, according to them, mopping up small and light arms, and then having arrest of the suspect, and which they said they got through intelligence that they are likely going to obstruct the election. So you see that. Then on the part of INEC preparation is also on top gear. As of yesterday, we were in INEC office. Domestic observers have been getting their kits to observe the election. There is going to be a briefing today, and then we've also seen that other regs and also other regs from neighboring states and from other states. Also, we have also seen INEC staff from headquarters coming into the state right there in the INEC office in Edo to support the process. So what it means is that the election is not left alone for INEC in Edo alone to conduct. So they are also getting support from other states. And you will recall that sometimes ago, the flood affected INEC offices, and then like about 4,000 beavers were destroyed. Now, some of the beavers that will also be used on Saturday election were also retrieved from other neighboring states to support the whole process. So in terms of that, INEC preparation is also on top there. Then again, the last set of people, which is the political party canvassing for votes, many of them are rounding up their campaign now with their big, or what they call grand finale rally, so which they have been putting out everywhere across the local government. But and I think that is important because 24 hours to the election, the law says all campaign activity should stop. So hopefully all campaign activities are going to stop on Thursday. So most political parties now are dotting the I's and crossing the T's. So what you see presently if you get to Benin today, or if you get to Edo State today, you will see that, look, this is an atmosphere that the election is going to take place. So in terms of that preparation, you find out that many of them are like over 90% prepared for this election.
All right, 90%. We are just going to widen the discussion on the preparedness of the different stakeholders. I'll start with the political parties. Femi will come in later with others. But for the political parties, for so many years now, especially in the last 8 years, Edo has been known or seen to be, for two horse race. It's always been two horse race, either PDP or APC. We have 17 political parties presenting candidates for this particular election. Is it safe to say we have more than these two parties, that's the PDP and APC? Because some people are putting in the Labour Party and calling it a two-horse race. What do you think?
So it's going to be basically three-horse race, and that is what we are going to see in this election. The candidate of the Labour Party is also a very strong contender, which is going to give the two other political parties, the PDP and APC, run for their money. And don't forget, Peter Obi has been coming around in the state to campaign for him, and we have also seen the crowd he was able to gather. Of course, we all know that gathering crowd in campaign in Nigeria is not really a show of strength when it comes to the election, because the same crowd that will go to APC we go to Labour, and the same crowd we go to PDP. But of course, for them to have that kind of crowd also shows there is something they are doing right. And then don't also forget that Labour Party, the stronghold where you look at the Edo Central, where the candidate is expected to have more votes, is a place where you have most of the elites. And these are the people that you may not traditionally say that this is where they are likely going to go. These are the people that can analyze manifesto, that can look at policies, and they can decide themselves. So when it comes to the elite vote and some undecided voter, and then in some aspects, some protest votes, because of some people, we just say, well, look, I've tried APC, I've tried PDP. Then in that case, you have that you are likely going to have people, some of these votes, elite votes, the elite votes, and again, the people I said they are undecided voter, and then the people with protest votes, some of these votes are likely going to go to the Labour Party candidates. So we are not likely going to see the traditional two-horse race, though the gap might be wider between the second position and the third position, but it's still going to be, the race is still between the three of them.
All right.
All right, thank you. Let me take it from there. The district thing, Edo South, Edo North, Edo Central. How important do you think this factor, this particular one, will play? Because two of the contestants are from the Central, if I'm not mistaken, and Olumide Akwata is from the South. Some of the party bigwigs are from the North. Ohiolei from the North, a senator, sitting senator there, and the deputy governor, or very difficult to categorize the position of Philip Shaibu right now. He's from the North as well. Olumide Akwata, the candidate of the Labour Party, is from the South. I think Obaseki as well is from the South, if I'm not mistaken as well. And then Idowu and Opebolo from the Central. What part do you think these geographical locations and the people, from these districts will play? Because there's been this agitation that, okay, it's the turn of the people from the Central, and now you have two of them from the Central, and the person you are regarding as maybe the third force is from the South. How will this play out?
So that is number one disadvantage Labour Party is likely going to have in this election, because the immediate, the current governor is from, who has just spent 8 years, is from South, and then the narrative, in within the state is like, oh no, it is the turn of the Central, because the Central have not done this for a long time. Like you said, at times Ohiolei also spent 8 years, is from the North. So I think the closer the Central has spent within the government house has been maybe like about 8 months or there, or 24 months or thereabouts before he was removed from
Professor
by the court, and that's Professor Subo. So when you look at that narrative, that look, the current governor who is going to hand over cannot come from the South, and then the next governor is also coming from the South. That is the narrative. However, when you look at that, that is not like a constitutional issue. That is not like a legal issue. It is just like gentleman agitation and then the ethnic politics that has colored our politics in Nigeria. So we, in some instances, we just feel like, okay, ethnicity or politics of identity should be lifted above competence. So that exactly is what is playing out here. But whether you like it or not, no matter how competent the candidate might be, Edo is also a strong ground when it comes to politics of identity or ethnicity. So this is an issue. This is going to be an issue here, and that is why when you now look at the Central, you have the APC, you have the PDP, both of them bringing in their candidate from the Central. So what does that mean? Is that the vote in the Central is already divided. So it's not, you are not likely going to have the bulk vote going to a particular political party. Then again, when you also look at that dynamic, so where is the bulk vote likely going to go to from the South? Labour Party is there. So that vote from the South is not also going to be a block vote to everybody, because it's also divided among the three of them. Then again, you are still going to see the Labour Party, because I said the Central have.
I think we're having some. Yeah. Mr. Idowu, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Maybe just because of time, you were making a thought before I mean, I was going to allow you to land on your thought, but maybe you should just have these. Yeah, stakeholders like yourself, analysts, even politicians will say elections, it's beyond paperwork. It's not mathematics, by the way. And but then they will also tell you there are voting patterns. You talked about the politics of identity, possibly of ethnicity, and some particular place have some particular parties that they vote for. Sometimes these things change dynamics. And then the issue of security, there are patterns, there are flashpoints in some particular areas that the police, the security agency should look out for. So talking about patterns or dynamics, but let me add this one, Mr. Ito. What are the gray areas for you in this election? You have done this before in different states, even at the national level. Possibly 4 years ago, KDI was at this same Edo. Now you are here. But with what you are seeing, is there anything new? Challenges about this preparation? And if ultimately what I'm asking for is, what are the gray areas for you? Points of concerns, and are these concerns being expressed, to the stakeholders, either INEC, the umpire, or security agents?
Okay, so just to conclude, the northern part of the state supposed to be the battleground where every other person will go, because they are not feeding a strong candidate. But what it means is that it's traditionally that place also look for APC. That is where Ohiolei also came from. So, in other words, what I'm trying to say to conclude that thought is that the race is equally open. And if you look at it, there may be, and for us, we are already saying, look, INEC, you may also need to prepare ahead for probably a runoff if the needs be. So as it is, the race is open because the entire 3 senatorial districts are polarized, and then you have strong candidates across. Now, when it comes to our concern and the gray area we have seen in this election, and I'm going to tell you two. Number one is the issue of government interference. And when I say government interference, we have seen political arrest, and then we have also seen a situation where there has been mistrust from one political party against the security agencies. So you will recall that PDP did not sign the peace accord because they have been crying and be saying, look, the police are biased, they are arresting their member. So you are going into an election where some of the players don't trust the institution that is likely going to secure the election. So that is a minus, is a gray area. So what that means is that no matter how what we are expecting in that election, you're already having a doubt where the result may not be acceptable in the first instance. So that is number one gray area. Number two gray area we also need to look at in this election is that, number one, because of the security tension within the state, you are expecting, probably you may have a low voter turnout. However, because of the economic situation within the state and within the country, the projection now is that money is going to play a lot of role. And this is where you will see 1,000 naira meaning a whole lot to a voter. So these are the dynamics of that is likely going to happen in this election. And whether you like it or not, it's possible that the person that may win this election or the party that will win this election may actually be the highest spender. So this is possible. These are the possibilities we are seeing in this election.
And, it's cause for concern, really, because the economic situation of the country is not encouraging. And, people, because of survival, might want to pan out, for them to even ask for, if actually they are not even being offered, which is unconstitutional, by the way. But you spoke about political arrest. And I remember a few days ago at a forum, the PDP chairman in Edo State, Mr. Zegbemi, publicly accused the IG of these political arrests. He's talked about harassment and whisking away some of his members because of the elections. The IG was at the same event and he answered him to say there's nothing political. And he made mention of the situation that happened at the airport, at that grand entry that Philip Shaibu had when he wanted to come back to say, I'm back in action or I'm back in office, that snuffed out, the drama there, sad one, that snuffed out life after the policeman. And the IG say, because you're a PDP member or you're an APC member, does that mean if anybody is involved in that particular incident that as a man killed a member of the force, does that mean we will not make arrest? Does that mean we will not prosecute? Does that mean we will not do our job just because you have the toga of a political party? And he said there's nothing political there. It's just the law taking its course. But this sentiment is still being expressed. So you as an observer, as a critical stakeholder, will you still want to classify such, if actually the words of the IG is correct, as political arrest? Or is it just the optics?
Well, so there is one of difference between political arrest and biased political arrest. So what is going on presently now is political arrest, whether you like it or not, is political arrest, and because people can commit political crime, and it's possible, and so you give it to the police. They can arrest. So, for instance, in July, there was an instance at the airport where the unfortunate incident happened and a policeman was killed. So that was violence, and that was perpetrated by political parties. So if the police have identified the perpetrator or the instigators and arrested them, so that is still an arrest. A politician committed a crime and it's arrest. So, and the person has been arrested. So it's possible. So that is political arrest. And the police is within their jurisdiction. Is within the jurisdiction of the police to arrest and to do prosecute. So let's give that to them. Now, the crying of the political party of the most especially PDP is that these arrests have been one-sided. That you are only arresting our members and then you are transferring them to Abuja. So this is the concern. Now, however, the PDP have also said, oh, we have sent petition and nothing was done to some people who are also attacking them. And they were roaming freely, but you are not arresting them, you are arresting our member. Right. So this is the point here. When an arrest seems to be one-sided, is a potential for violence in an election.
Right. And let me allow the daughter of the soil to take it from here.
Really, daughter of the soil. So, Mr. Idowu, let's move back to, the political parties. Does it bother you that in 2024, we still have parties or political candidates boycotting debate? We had recently that the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, AI, Aswe Godaro, and the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Senator Monday Okpabolo, boycotted the NUJ debate for the, Edo 2024 Guba elections. And it was only the Labour Party candidate, that showed up, and he had a very great time trying to tell the people why these other two candidates did not show up. But does it bother you that in the year 2024, we still have political candidates or political parties that do not encourage their candidates to go for debate, engage the people, and also, have policy debates with their other contenders?
So this is expected, and I tell you, and for someone like us, for someone like me, I was not surprised at all, because let's go back historically. Most of the people winning election in this country, they don't attend debates. Let's take it from Muhammadu Buhari. Did not attend debates, won the election. You take it from Tinubu, did not attend debate, won the election. So you look at it from state, even in some states. Of course, in 2022, the dynamic changed a bit. Governor Adeleke attended debate, but in the first, I think that was 2018, he did not attend the debate. And so you find out that most of the people who are even winning an election did not attend the debate. So now, what is the implication of this for our election? The implication is that the contestants have nothing to do with the people. They are not connecting with the people. They are not debating ideas. They are not debating policies. And the citizens don't have opportunity to ask questions. So what it means, and that is why on the election day, people go out to vote because of the money given to them, not on the strength of the policy or what the candidate believes in. For instance, campaign is also going on in America, but you have been seeing debates. We have been seeing what these candidates stand for and what these other candidates stand for. This is the stand of this political party on immigration. This is the stand of this political party on abortion. This is the stand of this political party on foreign policy, international relations. But you come to Nigeria, you cannot actually say this because people in Nigeria believe that, look, the moment I have the money, I can win an election. And that is where they have weaponized the poverty that we have. I mean, that is in Nigeria. So they have weaponized it to their advantage. Now, secondly, let me also let you know that is what has been the pain or the effect, the poor governance we have in Nigeria. Now, somebody that did not debate, that we did not know his stand, how will you hold the person accountable when he eventually wins the election?
All right, so Mr. Idowu, in their defense, they always say that they go for rallies, they go for campaigns, they grant interviews, and they make their policies known in such platforms. But when it comes to debate, standing one-on-one with their other contenders, they do not see a reason for that. Do you think that should
okay,
be,
so I give you,
should buy that?
That doesn't stand anywhere. That doesn't stand anywhere because your rally is for your members. It is the people you mobilize, I mean, your members you mobilize to come into that particular rally. Look at some of the rally. Many of them are on their T-shirts. Many of them on their face cap. They were there. That is where you talk to your people. But what about you and I, who are not members of that political party? Does that mean for me to be able to know the person I'm going to vote for, I must attend all the rallies? No. The campaign, the debate is an opportunity for us to see them and assess them together. So that is it. So when you come to your rally, and what do they say in the rally? It's the rally, they throw banters, they don't debate ideas. It's about banters. It's about we are going to do this, how they will do it. Okay, so let me ask you, have you seen any rally that the citizens come to ask questions? Sir, Mr. A that is contesting, you said you will do this road. How are you going to do it looking at the internally generated revenue of the state? How are you going to do it? How are you going to do this? Did you see that in any rally? No. They bring a musician, they dance, they throw banters, and they go. So this is not where we should be in 21st century in Nigeria. So, and look at it, let me say this. Edo State provides a robust opportunity to see intellectuals debating. Just put your mind, just imagine a debate between the candidate of a Labour Party, former MBA president, an accomplished lawyer, an Asu Igodalo, a lawyer who is sitting on different board. Look at the quality of what the debate is going to be. Look at them bringing a sitting senator, Monday equivalent of APC. Look at what the quality. Now, Edo State missed an opportunity to show the quality of the candidate they have to the world, and that is worrying.
All right, so you talked about the fact that we should, or there might be likelihood of voter apathy in the coming elections, but we might not really have more of that because we might have more of vote buying. I just wanted to elaborate on that. You know, when you say the people might not come out to vote, is it because of what had happened in the past that their votes didn't count, or because of incidences of insecurity or violence? Why do you think the people might not want to come out to vote? And also, you've already mentioned the fact that vote buying might be on the increase because of the economic situation of the country. But I need you to speak to voter apathy.
So there are dynamics around the elections that you need to really understand. The low voter turnout is to the advantage of the politicians, and that they will do everything possible to make sure that more people doesn't come out. And why am I saying that? Is this: they don't have unlimited budgets. So their budgets to buy votes, the lesser you are, the lesser the number, then their budget will be able to cater for that. Of course, they can budget for like about maybe 200 by polling units. But what that means is that what happened to polling units with 800 people? So it pays them when people doesn't come out so that they can really pay good money. That is number one. Number two is this. What I said was that when you look at the tension, when you look at the security issues, people want to first of all play safe. And then they may not want to come out. However, when they see adequate policing, unbiased policing, then they are likely going to come out.
Okay. We're pressed for time, Mr. Idowu.
However,
okay. Complete your thought, please.
Okay. However, what I'm saying is this: we might likely have the same level of voter turnout in the last election because of the economic situation. People will come out to pick the money, but not that we surpass the last voter turnout.
All right. If you can do this in 30 seconds, because we have to go, we have to run at this time. Do you think INEC is really not 100% now, but ready, especially with the challenge of fuel price hike? You know, there are transporters complaining that it might actually affect the transportation of sensitive materials to the different various polling booths in the state. So do you see these fuel issues pose a challenge come Saturday?
Okay, so you said I should do this in 30 seconds, and I will just give you a statement.
Okay.
On paper, INEC is ready.
In reality?
I don't see that.
Okay, on paper you say they are ready, but in reality they are not ready. Is that what you're saying?
I said they are ready on paper because everything ticking the box, they are ready. But let's cast our mind back to all the elections. They are always ready. They have everything at their disposal. But at the end of the day, there are about three levels of readiness you need to see, and the execution must be top notch if you are ready. Number one, the election logistics. And most times that is not within all their control. So part of the control is with the NURTW, the logistic company that will move your material. Number two is in terms of administration, election administration. So what happened? Are they ready? We are still likely going to see where ad hoc staff are not really well trained. And we have seen that as I'm talking to you, they are not well trained. I'm telling you that. Then the last one is election technology, which boils down to result management. Will IREV work? Is it going to work effectively? Is the beavers going to work effectively? Is another preparation entirely, readiness entirely.
All right.
Of course, these are questions on the lips of many Nigerians, especially residents in Edo State. Mr. Bukola Idowu would like to thank you especially for coming on the show this morning. And of course, have for yourself a good time in Edo State. And don't forget to take have a taste of the Santana and black soup I told you about.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, Femi, what's with the chuckle? Is it the laughter?
You talk about Santana and the black soup, you know. But then, you know, we might say maybe you stay true to what you are used to. But then there is no harm in trying things out.
Exactly.
Especially for travelers like himself and his team. Because traveling, trips is part of education as well. So try it out as well. But be ready. Santana and black soup. Okay.
You should try it.
Maybe
You fall in love with it.
Maybe one of these days we will do that. But we wish the good people of Edo State all the best as they make their choice that they will have to live with rather in the next 4 years is as good as that. As you lay your bed, you will sleep on it, except you have babies, by the way, because they can make mess of any bed that's been put together. That will be the show today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll make a return tomorrow for another bumper edition. I promise you that. Femi Ojo is my name. God bless Nigeria. Stay alive.
And I am Evelyn Ohiolei. Stay tuned for Spring Trends coming right after this broadcast.